Hi, this is Geshe Michael with Ori and Scott, the Vice Presidents of DCI, and welcome back to the Peachtree Cafe Morning Show. It's a good Monday.
Still under construction?
Slightly under construction.
Totally under construction. Getting over a gloomy, rainy weekend here in Arizona, and I'm having bagels and cream cheese.
Yeah, and we have a nice question today. We chose it from Mexico City. An old friend, Monica. And Monica, you asked a great question. So here we go.
Here we go, Monica.
Monica's question.
Hi, DCI team. This is Monica from Mexico City. I currently have two projects that I would like to develop. There are two social enterprises which I would like to found here in Mexico, but I can't seem to find the time or have the energy and all other necessary conditions to do this. So would you please tell me what would be the perfect seeds to plant in order to have the perfect conditions to be able to found these two social enterprises? Thank you.
Wow. Perfect conditions for founding new businesses, social enterprises, right?
Energy, drive, not to procrastinate.
What's the seed for drive? And, we were talking about it before the show. And what I'd like to do is ask, Scott Marie, when you teach DCI around the world, I know you have a special program that you say old way, new way. Mm-hmm. And I'm curious, from Monica, how would you say are the traditional explanations of getting a lot of drive to do a good project and getting your stuff going? You feel a little bit lazy. You're supposed to do it. You know it's a good thing, but somehow when you wake up in the morning, you kind of waste the whole day and you don't get to it. And then the next day the same thing happens, and you keep delay. So what do you think? What's the normal explanation that you would hear in a business school?
So first I want to say, Monica, I totally understand your question. We all have those days that we know we have a good idea, we know we're doing something good, but sometimes we cannot find the energy. We want to stay in bed, or we want to watch Netflix again and again and again, or we want to do some other things than go to work. So I think it's something very normal for most of us to have this problem, even though we are engaged in something that we love. In general, it's something we want to do and we love to do. So how can we get rid of those seeds of procrastination? Mm-hmm. How can we stop delaying things and get into the work that we know it's good and helpful and do something with a drive? So we have a lot of conventional method to share here with you that sometimes works and sometimes they don't. Scott, you want to start?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just getting the timer set so we know.
What do you do when you're feeling lazy and you're supposed to be doing something and it's a good thing you can do?
Oh man, there's the classical, the ancient examples. Think about the good seeds. Think about the upside. So before I ended up in Arizona and then meeting her in Israel and and us three going all around the world. I was involved in a wonderful marketing communications agency, and we grew a lot, and we thought about the conventional benefits. Like, if I get this client, if I do everything well, then I'll have resources, I'll have money, I'll have cash flow, I'll have reputation, things like that, which are currency to grow the company. And so that would be the conventional, the old way. And one thing to keep in mind is we're not telling you guys not to do that. We're not saying don't do the conventional kinds of causes. Don't do the normal things that we've learned in school that grow businesses. What we're trying to say in DCI and these events around the world is there's a hidden cost. There's something deeper going on. That's why sometimes those conventional methods work and sometimes they don't. And so we keep doing the same thing. We look for investors. We advertise. We look for clients. In this case, Monica's trying to have
perfect conditions.
She's trying to have energy and trying to have the perfect conditions to start to do her social enterprise. So I say, first of all, break it down into components. What do you need? Do you need energy? Do you need partners, time? And then plant the seeds for those things individually, one 4-step process at a time. But I think, were you going to go to the old way, new way specifically?
Yeah. So we can give you some techniques that they are old way, that they are conventional method that sometimes work. And the reason we share it with you is that we say, okay, try them, but before you try them, plant the seeds. So you want to start with the conventional one, right?
I'll say one.
Yeah.
This is a little bit unusual, but it's a big thing in my mind. And that's that people who are listening to this Peachtree Morning Show, they're already nice people. I mean, the audience is, we call self-selected, right? And so, the people who are watching the show are already nice people. And I think what happens with nice people is that we get caught in the second best thing we could do. And that's a kind of laziness, or that's a kind of lack of drive, you see?
What do you mean second?
I mean, you've got like 3 good things you could be doing today to help other people. Like Monica has, obviously most of the day she's going to be helping other people. That's the kind of person she is. But if she spends the day with small things to help other people, and she doesn't have time to get to the big thing, which takes more effort, more time, more energy. And then there's a kind of special kind of laziness. Shanti Deva talks about it, that low priority goodness. So I think if you're this kind of person, which I know Monica is, you're going to have...
A good person, we mean.
Yeah, you're going to have to fight your tendency to do the second best good thing you can do. And you're going to have to get up in the morning and really, I call it toothbrush meditation. When you brush your teeth, look in the mirror and say, what's the best thing I could do today? And do that. And don't do the second best thing you can do today, because that steals your drive.
Okay.
And that steals your sense of energy. So that would be one of my...
Example. Sorry. What would be an example of what Monica can do today?
Well, while she's brushing her teeth, she has to think about all the good things she's doing. And then, my big thing is... my company, my diamond company, was bought by Warren Buffett, And we tell the story many times that when he reached a certain age, I think it was 80, he made his will. And he gave most of his money, I think 95% of his money, he gave to Bill Gates, And his family was pretty upset with him. I think it was $81 billion or something. And his family was quite upset and said, why do you give your money to Bill Gates? He's like one of the richest men in the world. And he said, Bill Gates knows how to give away money. And so what happens with these rich guys, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, other people like that, when they get to a certain age, they suddenly realize that the best thing you can do with your life is to serve other people and to help other people. And that doesn't mean you can't be a business person. In fact, if you really want to serve other people, maybe you should be a business person, because then you have enough money to serve other people. But what I'm saying is, don't wait until you're 80 years old to figure out that your number one priority and the most fun thing and the thing that you can have drive for is something that's going to be the most help to other people.
So, Monica, you're in the right age. And it's good that you're not waiting to be 80 years old to do something good. So what we are talking about is have the right priority in how you do your good things and during the day, and pick the one that helps the most people, right, and the most powerful, correct? And still you can do the other conventional method, which is your to-do list. Brainstorm, talk to other people that have passion about what you do. So sometimes, if we talk to somebody who has passion about the same subject that we are working on, it's kind of infectious. It's it rubs on us. And then we also get enthusiastic about what we do, and it gives us motivation. But of course, it's a conventional method, and it will work if you do have the seed, and the seed come from priority.
That's
the
cool.
right priority of good. Of picking up the most beneficial thing that you can do today. Right?
I think sometimes people in DCI events have this kind of aha moment where they realize there's a connection between how good it feels to do things for other people and, I don't know, I guess you could say the results that you see. So I think sometimes when people hear this for the first time, what we're talking about, So maybe they think that we're suggesting, oh, you should go be a philanthropist because it's nice and it's good. It's the right thing to do. But I think it's really cool.
It is the right thing to do, and it is nice.
I don't like to use the word right, though. It sounds like
fun.
I'm preaching
It's
to you.
fun.
What I'm saying is, I think people get excited because they recognize that taking care of other people, taking care of other businesses, other companies, other countries, it's productive. It's not just nice. If this whole thing is true, then that means that all the success I have comes from helping other people. So that means that the smartest thing I can do today is to focus on your social enterprise, your business, your success. And that's the same thing for you, Monica Torres. Buenos dias in Mexico. That everybody that you know that has a social enterprise, you can be doing something for them today. And then like we said before, break it down into components. What do you need? You need time, you need resources, you need partners. Now go plant the seeds by helping other people who need those same things, right?
Yeah. And a lot of time we say in DCI, and it's true, there's not only one seed for each result we want. Sometimes there are few seeds. So we want to invite you down here at the comments if you have other ideas about how
down below this video
how to plant the seeds for this kind of result in life. We would be interested to create more conversation.
I agree to check some of those and to get into that conversation.
Oh, cool.
Maybe a little bit every day.
We've been seeing a lot of people from around the world watching and asking great questions. Don't forget, guys, you can send your questions to seedquestions@diamondcutterinstitute.com. And it should be in selfie video vertical format, no longer than 30 seconds. Any language. English is more helpful, but we can do almost any language. And we're compiling those questions, and we're going to try to get to as many as possible.
So, Monica, just to summarize what we said here, okay?
I have one more.
Yes.
Which helps me. And I think because I'm one of those people, I have many good things I can do. When I wake up in the morning, I have 10 or 15 good things I can do. I just need to choose the one which would help the most people. So, and sometimes I'm not so clear in the morning. When I wake up, I start to do something that I enjoy doing the most and not what's the most important for other people in the morning. So I think it's good to have someone that you can check in with, someone close to you. So I'd say like a good friend. I have my partner Veronica, but when I have a clear moment, I tell her really the most important thing I should be doing today is working on this, And then the next morning when I get up and start doing something else, she'll say, wait, yesterday when your clear moment, you said that the most important thing you had to do to help other people was this other thing. So I think you have to think carefully about, you don't have time in your life, We found this virus going around right now.
Yes.
Suddenly people are in danger, whole cities are in danger. We were talking about this morning. It could come here. It could be in Arizona. We don't know how long our life is going to be. And then you really need to think about what's the one thing you would like to do in this short life. Life is very, very short. And I can tell you from the age of 60-something, I feel like I was 25 yesterday. Really, I really, really do. And then the life just goes like that. So you really have to choose. You have to make tough choices about what's the best thing you can do to help other people. And don't get caught into lesser things that are kind of pleasurable, but they're not going to mean much.
They're also good, but maybe not the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the most difficult kind of laziness. I don't think Monica's the kind of person who's going to go to the movies and eat popcorn all day. And like that.
Monica, are you going to go to the movies and eat popcorn all day?
But I know what she's asking. She says, I have these two important projects that would really help other people. And I just can't get myself going on it, So I think you have to think. You can even spend 10 minutes in the morning. I always meditate on my couch in the morning. I get some coffee. I make coffee. I sit on the couch.
Coffee and meditation, Geshe Michael.
In the morning.
I think he drinks the coffee after the meditation.
No, I don't. And I think about, what's the best thing I can do today and how can I help people? Because I don't have time. You don't have time. And it's so hard to be in a human body. It's so hard to be a human. It's so hard to be alive. It's so hard to get here. And we really don't have much time. So I think that's got to drive you to do the most important thing.
And you said that this is actually the seed.
Yeah.
And it's not only a conventional method to talk to myself in this kind of way in my mind, but actually this motivation that I don't have time, I should do the best thing I can do right now to help people. The highest thing is the seed to have a drive and not to procrastinate.
And I think also from 67, looking back, have the courage to do the thing that would help the most people. And don't be afraid that you won't make enough money or something like that. Because when you look back, those are the only things that are valuable in your life.
So don't let doubts delay you. You know, if you have something that you know is beneficial to people, just go and do it. And the thinking about it will plant the seed to have the drive.
Okay, and we just got the 3-minute bell, which means it's time to summarize for Monica and talk about what is going to happen on the show tomorrow and any other kind of housekeeping comments. And I also just want to throw in, if I could, that number one, just to be clear, there are some great movies out there, and I think it's really great to go see a movie. Arit and I, we usually end up watching at home because I don't know. Even though I prefer to go to movie theaters sometimes, we still do it at home a lot. But look, some people do really well getting inspiration, sitting and relaxing. Like me, I love to watch movies. So we're not saying don't go to movies. Go to movies. Have a good time. Secondly, as far as money goes, one of the things we say in DCI, in what we say are often the 5 goals of most people in their lives, money is almost always one of those goals, and that's great. We should enjoy a nice life if that's something that you want. Money is one of the kinds of success that most people want. And with resources, we can help more people. So enjoy life, define success the way that you want to define it, and go for it. We're suggesting what we think is the way to get that. And so you guys want to summarize for Monica before we move on?
Okay, number 1.
Well, I'd say just remember you don't have long to live.
Yes.
And you will find the most satisfaction in your life from helping other people. That will get you out of there.
Yeah, that's the best seed to help to motivate you and to have the drive, right? The second thing is do the 4th step with other people who are having who want to start social enterprises, and they need also some help. So that would be a good thing. And then the third thing is don't think that doing the conventional method is something wrong. You know, do your to-do list. Do your thing, you know, that conventionally will motivate you and help you have the drive and help you have the right condition to complete your project. But understand that they come from the seed. And the seed is having...
And hang out with people who are into helping other people. It'll infect you.
And number 4,
Okay.
Hang out with the people that they are good people, they want to help people, and then it's going to rub on us.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got some housekeeping, and then we've got to move on to what Geshe Michael's going to be doing with some guests tomorrow on the show. Very quickly, guys, great news for DCI viewers. We are planning the release of a DCI mobile platform. The DCI app, yet to be named, but if you are an app developer and you would like to be involved with DCI in the creation of a mobile application, please send your mobile application portfolio to app@diamondcutterinstitute.com. Once again, app@diamondcutterinstitute.com. Send your mobile application portfolio to that email address. We will be releasing specifications to the people that send in their portfolios, and we'll be choosing a partner to work with to create the app, which will give you guys access to the DCI trainings online on your phone, anytime, anywhere you are, 24 hours a day, 7 days a
So
week.
we designed the app, but we need someone to help execute the app.
Yeah, well, we will need help in all areas. Send us your portfolio, tell us what you do, and our team will evaluate, and we'll be choosing a partner.
Now, about our guest tomorrow.
Yes.
I've invited a very famous economist, Bengali from France. He worked for some of the largest banks in the world. He's been on CNN a lot.
Hi, Ben.
He's a very world-known economist. And we're going to have another economist named Seiji Rao Takahashi visiting us.
Hi, Seiji.
Seiji's an economist.
And yeah, he's got 2 economy degrees.
Yeah.
Oh, that is true, yeah.
And so they're going to be answering a question, which is, how do you think this virus is going to affect the economy of the world? If the virus hurts production of goods in the world, hurts the transportation of goods throughout the world, then what's going to be the effect of the virus on the world economy? And what can we as individuals do? What can we do to change that effect?
All right. That's tomorrow, guys. Geshe Michael with Seiji Rao Takahashi and Ben Galmi.
And if you guys have more suggestions for seeds, for the question for Monica,
Put them in the
put 'em
comments.
in the comments.
And feel free to give us a like. The more people we can connect to, the more
And
people
share
we can...
this video, of course.
The more people we can connect to, the more seeds we can plant. All
Hey,
right, you guys. Have a great day.
Have a great
Enjoy your
Monday.
coffee.
Michael is meditating and drinking coffee.
Whoa.
Have a good Monday.
It's a new technique. Have a great Monday, guys. Bye for now.
Bye.